Okay, so let's just jump right into the makeup look. I already washed and prepped my face, and let's begin and get right into it. First thing I'm going to use is the BECCA Skin Perfecting Shimmering Primer. I love this primer. You need a little bit and it goes a long way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some like I did on the back of my hand and just put it on the high points of my face. And this is beautiful. Look at that. It gives you a really nice glow. And it just gives you that lit within type of feel. You could wear it with your moisturizer, you could wear it onto bare skin. I personally like to put it right onto my skin after I moisturize. We're going to do the high points of the face, on the temples of the face, bringing it down. We're going to put some on the chin, a little bit on the forehead, and just a little bit on the tip of the nose just to tie the whole look together. Okay, so next we're going to go in with a Smashbox Studio Skin Primer Oil. I love this oil. It feels like a dry oil to me, and it's really, really good for more oily skin because it feels hydrating without it feeling heavy on your skin. So I'm just going to use a few little pumps on the face and just moisturize it into the skin with the other primer just to kind of get that glow going on here. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe sponge right here, and instead of dampening it with water, what I prefer to do is I take the Morphe setting mist right here, and I'm going to spray some on the sponge. And what this does is it keeps my makeup locked in all day. I'm going to go with the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 3.02. And I'm going to take the Este Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade Tawny. I love these two combinations together because they're so full coverage. It looks so nice, but it also looks very natural on the skin. So right now I'm just mixing both of them together, and I'm just going to start to apply it onto my face just by patting it onto the skin first, and then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. So I'm going to take whatever's left on the sponge and just start pouncing it into the skin. I like to go into sections, working very lightly onto the skin and just making the skin look as natural and skin-like as possible. And I love this technique because it makes the skin look like skin. Also, I don't put too much foundation on the nose because that's when you can tell you have the most foundation. So whatever's left over on the sponge, I just put that on the nose and blend it down to the neck. So this is just blending out any harsh lines right here. Taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium right here, I'm going to take some and just add some to the areas that I needed. Now I'm not doing a brightening concealer. Medium shade for me is just something that just kind of corrects. So I'm just taking it on the corners of like the eyes, any areas where I have a blemish, and I just want to even it out. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and just start pressing it into the skin to make it as seamless as possible. Okay, so look at that difference that concealer makes. It just kind of evens everything out. I take it on my eyelids as well too, just as like a clean canvas. It takes away any darkness, any discoloration, or any veins that you see on your eyelids. And this is going to help me further when I put my eyeshadow on my eyelid, just to kind of even and smooth everything out. Taking my Dermablend Loose Banana Powder, I really like this powder just because it's so nice and light. So I'm just shaking it up right here, and I just need a little bit, and I'm not going to bake, but I'm just quickly just going to set it into the face in any area where there's excess moisture that I don't need it. It's just going to keep it locked in all day without my skin looking too shiny, but just enough glow that it has that inner radiance. I'm going to take my trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the shade Soft Brown, and I'm just taking a little spoolie right here. I'm going to comb it through my eyebrows, just kind of comb them up, and then what I like to do is I'm gonna take my Morphe spray right here and I'm gonna spray it into the pomade. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna keep my eyebrows lasting all day long. So I'm just gonna take an angled brush. This one is also from Morphe. And I'm just gonna start stroking any area that needs extra coverage. So I like to start from the middle and then I work my way up, making light strokes. Gonna build the arch up right here, and I try to leave the front part of it as natural as possible so that way they don't look too made up, but just soft enough to give it definition. Okay, so I'm just gonna comb them up again one last time and look at the difference between the eyebrows right here. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side as well and get them looking like sisters. Okay, so taking my Busy Gal brow gel in the shade number 3, I'm just gonna take it through my eyebrows, and I like to comb it up and out. I like the front to be more straight and the sides to be more flared and outward. I think it looks a little bit more put together, and it just makes the brows looking as natural as possible, filling in all the gaps and evening it out. It's time for eyes. So taking my Soft Glam palette, I'm going to take the shade Orange Soda on a round fluffy Morphe brush. I'm just going to take it, tap off the excess, and just start in the outer crease, building it a little bit higher up so that way I kind of have an idea of where to place my other shadows and to give it that depth and definition. So repeating it on the other eye. Next, I'm going to go in with Burnt Orange. This is a little bit deeper of a color. So I'm going to take that where I took the first color, but I'm going to take it a little bit higher and give it a little bit more depth here. So look how already the eye just kind of gives it that very natural kind of smoke, but it's very undetectable. I'm going to take it down to the bottom lash line as well too and just smoke it out as much as possible. Repeat it again on the other eye. Taking the shade Sienna and Rustic from the Soft Glam palette, these are a little bit more smokier, more brown and reddish tones. I'm going to take those on a little bit more denser brush from Eco Tools and just start from the outer corner and build it a little bit in. Now what this is going to do is it's giving it that kind of smoked out, sultry kind of look right here, and just building more definition into the socket. So I'm going to take that, build it up, take it a little bit higher than the crease, and repeat it on the other eye. Taking a clean Morphe blending brush, I'm just going to run it through my crease just so I don't have any harsh lines, and just bringing everything together and more blended out. Taking the shade Glistning, which I was pointing at the wrong one here, it's more of a shimmery kind of really pretty champagne color, and as you can see it's very pigmented. So I'm taking it with my finger, and with my other finger that's clean, I'm just kind of blending it out so there's no harshness, and it just looks smooth and just has a little bit of a coat of a shimmer kind of halo effect there, but not too intense. I'm repeating it on the other eye and just blending it out. Taking Rustic again, I'm just kind of blending it on the outer corner again, just so if Glistening kind of overpowered it, I just want to bring more of the depth and the smokiness back into the eye, so just adding a little bit more. I'm taking this Clinique pencil liner here. It's called Intense Ebony, so it's like a dark black. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it very slightly on the outer edge of my lash line. Instead of putting an eyeliner, what this is going to do is it's going to give me a little bit of definition on the top lash line without it looking overpowering. But look at the difference it makes on both sides. I'm going to take this smudgy end now and just blend it out. So again, it just looks like my lash line, but it makes it look thicker. So I'm going to repeat it on the other side. I'm gonna take these two mascaras right here, the Benefit Bad Girl and the Mabelline Butterfly one right here. And I like this combo because it keeps your lashes in place and full and fluffy. And I like the waterproof one as well because we did a very kind of all day natural look. So I like to do both of them together. I'm gonna do it on my bottom lash as well, and then put on the second coat with the other mascara and repeat on the other eye. Okay, it's contour time. So I'm using my Lorac palette right here, and I'm taking the two lighter shades in medium and light, and I'm just going to start sculpting my cheeks. So as you can see the hollow of my cheekbone, but I like to go a little bit higher on my cheek just because it kind of lifts the face and it gives it more of a very nice kind of sculpted sun-kissed vibe. I'm just going to drag it down to my jawline. I like to take some a little bit on my chin right here, and I'm going to put some on the temples and just repeat on the other side as well, bringing it down to the neck and making it look as seamless and skin-like as possible. I'm going to take more of a flatter brush and taking the lighter color, I'm going to sculpt my nose, and I like to start from my eyebrow, bringing it all the way down to my nose. I like to do a straight line, and I really like this color for it because it's like such a subtle taupey brown where it doesn't look gray, but it doesn't look orange as well. So I'm going to repeat that, and then what I like to do is use my fingers just to pat it so there's no harshness and making it look even. This is a new blush find right here, the Loreal Infallible Paints. I'm going to use these two light colors. It's more of a pink and more of a peachy tone with my It Cosmetics blush brush. And I really like these colors actually because they're so matte and they last you all day long. And I like the fact that they don't have a shimmer in it because usually blush tends to eat up really quick. And the way I apply it is I pat it onto the apples of the cheeks and I bring it up to the bronzer, so that way again we're lifting the face and it gives it that nice sculpt. And I love my blush, so I love to pack it on, and I take some on the cheeks as well as running it across my nose. That Becca highlighter though, I love this highlighter. It's so pretty. It looks pink, but it comes out gold onto the skin, and they have the best highlighters, I can't even lie. So what I like to do is I'm taking it on the high points of the face, making it more like a C, and very, very natural, very, very soft on the skin, but it makes an impact. I'm going to put some on the bridge of my nose, on my tear duct, on the tip, and also underneath my brow bone, just to sculpt it and give it like that luminous kind of finish and pulling the whole look together. Now to one of my favorite parts, the lips. We're going to do the KKW Beauty Lip Liner in the shade Nude 2. I love this color because it's such a pretty like brown taupey color, and I like to overdraw my lips a little bit, so I'm just kind of filling them in and lining them a little bit higher. My upper lip is a little bit smaller than my bottom lip because it curves in, so I'm just matching them up and just kind of filling in the outer corners here. Next, we're going to take the Too Faced Melted Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee, and this is such a beautiful color because it's a nudie type of pink, and it's not pink, but it's not brown, and it just has such a nice cool tone. So I love how this looks with the lip liner, and I'm just trying to match it to the lip liner so that way there is no kind of differentiation between both the colors and make them look as meshed as possible. So kind of giving it a little bit of an ombre with how it mixes in, because the outer edges are still darker compared to the lip liner here. Okay, so after I'm done blending in the lip liner to the lips, we are going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Kristen. And what this is going to do is this is going to bring back the warmth into the lip from like the pinky nude that we had going on, and I'm just going to take it into the center of the lip as well as the top lip and just kind of blending it in to the lipstick and lip liner here. So this just kind of brings back more of that glow. Taking my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, I'm just going to spray this all over my face just to lock in the whole look and keep it lasting all day. And this is it. This is the final makeup look. So let me know how you like it. I really loved filming it. I enjoy how the look came out. It's very wearable. You can wear it in the morning, at night, and it just enhances your natural features. So if you do like looks like this and want to see more content, then please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.